Hello and welcome to episode 66 of the Confessions of a Yarn Addict podcast. My name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns, I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website yarnaddict.co.uk. And by the way, if you order from my website at the moment, your order will not be shipped until 7th, 8th of February. The date's on the website, but I am actually in Norway when this episode will be on YouTube. So I started this video at home, but I'm going to continue it and finish it in Norway. I'm hoping to film a bit when I'm traveling. I got quite a long travel day. So today is Monday and I'm leaving on Wednesday. I packed everything today. I packed a lot last week, but I packed all the rest today. And I really struggled to shop my suitcase, and I'm not sure whether I'll be bringing all the knitting I planned with me. If you watched the last episode of my podcast, there were a few things that I was planning to bring with me that I'm not bringing, like this yarn from Spectrum Fibre to knit a hat. That's staying at home. So I thought I'd show you what I'm bringing with me in terms of knitting and what my plans are. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And first thing I'm going to do is I want to knit a hat, and I have decided I'm going to do a little bit of a challenge and see if I can knit a hat before my plane takes off. So I'm getting the train from Cornwall to London. We are near Plymouth, so we're only just in Cornwall, but the train is one of the faster trains, and is about 3 hours and 45 minutes, I think, if everything's on time, which hopefully that early in the morning it will be. And so I don't think I'll be able to finish this hat on the train journey. That might be a little bit too short time. I will probably also end up having a nap because I am catching the train at 6:20 in the morning. So I got to leave just before 6 to get to the station. So I will probably have a nap if I feel tired enough on the way to London. But the plan is to knit a hat. So I've got this DK yarn from Orchidine Luxury Yarns. It is Ultramerino DK in the colour Barbie Girl, and it is 100% superwash merino. So that's the yarn, very Barbie Girlish. I really like it, and I'm knitting the hat from the top down because then I don't need to worry about how many stitches I will need, because I can just try it on as I go, and when it comes down to kind of here, I will just go straight down. So that's what I'm doing. The body of the hat's going to be stocking stitch, and then I will do a rib, and I might make the rib long enough so I can fold it up. I'm not sure yet. So I cast on with a circular cast on. I have tutorials for 2 circular cast-ons. The disappearing loop cast-on, which is the one that I prefer to use, and the one I use for this one. I haven't done it for ages, so I had to have a couple of goes to get it looking neat. And I'm still not 100% happy with it, but I may end up putting a pom-pom on it. I got this pom-pom here, so that might end up going on it, or maybe that one. This is a alpaca one from Toft. I've had both of those. This is a synthetic one, but I've had both of those for a while. I'm not taking them to Norway with me, but when I come back I may put a pom-pom on it. I haven't decided yet. I'm not worried about the fact that my cast on isn't perfect. It's fine. I had a couple of attempts at it because I haven't done any circular cast-ons for ages, but I will link my videos for those tutorials below. And then I've done only a few rounds. I'm increasing 8 stitches every other row. I've done 17 rounds. So I put this down. I'm not going to do any more before I leave. I'm using my Balika Yarns project bags like that, because it is, if I finish what's in here and the other project I'm taking with me, and I don't need to use this project bag on the way up, it just, it doesn't take up any room in my suitcase, because that's a bit of a problem at the moment. So my goal is to finish this hat before my plane takes off. So I'm getting the train to London Paddington, then I'm going on the tube from London Paddington to Liverpool Street Station, then I'm getting the train from there to Stansted, and I think that train's about 45 minutes. And then if everything's on time, I should probably be at Stansted for about midday. I might even be through security by about midday, and my plane is not till after 6 o'clock. So the other project I'm taking with me is my socks in progress. I am halfway, maybe just over halfway down the foot. I've done 54 rounds on the foot. Doesn't look like I've done that many, but 54 rounds on there. I need to double check that. This yarn is from Lottie Knits. It is her Little Bird sock, which is superwash merino and nylon high twist sock. So yeah, I'm hoping once I finish my hat, I will get on with those socks, and maybe I'll finish the first sock before I get in the way. I wear hand-knitted socks every single night because my feet get really cold, so I wear them in bed. And I've only taken one pair of hand-knitted socks with me, so I am relying on finishing these. So I've got 2 pairs with me to switch over. And then I had another project which I think I'm going to take, but I am struggling a bit with space. So I got this yarn. It is, I've left the labels, have I? Oh no, the labels are here. So it is, let me just grab the labels. So it is Mario from Belinda Harris Reid, who's the owner of the Knitting Hotel. She has her own brand of, or label of yarn as well, and this is called Mario DK, and it is 50% superwash merino, 50% silk, 212 meters per 100 grams. This is violet, and this I think is baby pink. I wanted some DK yarn. I have a lot of silk blend from Honestly Uruguay, but I don't have that many solid colors, and I didn't want to do this in 4-ply. I wanted it to be a DK. I'm planning to do a stranded colorwork cowl. The other cowls and stranded colorwork I have are double-sided. This one's just going to be single-sided, so that's why I wanted DK. I have knitted a swatch, but I've left it downstairs because I need to steam press it so I can measure my tension, and then I need to chart up that chart or type it up on the computer and work out how many stitches I need to cast on. I am considering possibly leaving this at home. I just put it in this bag just to keep it safe, because I did put it in my backpack. I am going to take something out of my suitcase that I don't think I need and see if I can squeeze this in my suitcase, because I don't think I'm going to get to this on the trip. So I'm either going to see if I can squeeze this in my suitcase or squeeze my medication in my suitcase. If I have to take my medication in my rucksack, then I may have to leave this at home, because my medication bag is about this size, and my suitcase, I had to sit on it to get it shut earlier, or kneel on it rather, and my backpack is also really full, and I think it might be just a smidgen larger than what's allowed, but it will fit under the seat in front, and Ryanair is not as strict as they used to be on that kind of thing, so I hope it'll be okay. I need to buy some few toiletries, shampoo, conditioner, things like that at the airport, and I'm going to make sure when I buy it that I get a carrier bag from the shop, because at least I think at UK airports, and I know at Spanish airports, you are allowed to take a bag of shopping that you bought at the airport, but it has to be in a carrier bag from the airport, at least in my experience. So I'm going to get so when I buy the stuff I need to buy, I'm going to put it in a carrier bag, so that if I'm worried that my backpack is a little bit on the big side, I can take a few things out of there, put them in the bottom of my carrier bag, and pretend it's stuff I bought at the airport. I've done that before. So that's what I'm taking with me. Also taking the new issue of Knitting Magazine to read. I have a separate video on the design that's on the cover, because that is my design. Just recorded it. So I'm wearing the same top in that video because I just recorded it. Got a bit of a crease down the front because it's been folded up since it came back. And I have a separate video on this design, which I will link below. This is in the shops now, and I'm going to take it with me and read, so you might see me reading this later in the video. But the rest of this video will hopefully be stuff that I filmed while I'm traveling to Norway. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video. It is very early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's 6:05 now, I think. Waiting at the station. I'm the only one here at the moment. It is about 15 minutes till my train gets here. I'm wearing my big new brioche cowl. I will release the pattern for this when I get back from Norway in February. So I finally got this done instead, all on time. I've come outside for a bit just to get a bit of fresh air and take my mask off. I am wearing a mask inside because there's a lot of flu viruses, respiratory viruses, COVID around. I don't want to get sick and ruin my holiday, and so I've just come outside just so I can take my mask off in a bit of fresh air, except all the benches here are full of people smoking, mostly cabin crew and airport staff. They're not sticking to the smoking areas, they're just smoking anywhere there's a bench really, and I don't really want to sit next to somebody smoking. So it's a bit annoying, so I'm just going to chill here for a minute. It's very cold, and then I'm going to go queue up for security. Okay, so I've knitted quite a lot in this hat. I've done 15 rounds of rib. I probably should have started the rib a little bit earlier, but it's okay. So I'm going to try it on. So I put it on like a trying on tubing cord thingy. I also feel like maybe I increased too many stitches. So I decreased 4 before I started the rib. But I'm trying to try this on. Sitting in the lounge of the airport still, so I feel a bit, hang on, I'm going to take the baby towel so I can try it on properly. I'm just going to tie these ends together because I'm really worried about this coming undone. So I'm just going to tie them together. So it is kind of a little bit big, I would say. I like it here. I think I might rip back. It's about this right length. Either I can knit the rib long enough so I can fold it over. I think I'm going to take out the rib and decrease a few more stitches because it is a little bit loose around the rib. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've knitted 15 rounds, which means I probably won't finish this before I get on the plane. I've got 2 hours. I've got about an hour, so I've got to start looking out for boarding signs. So I didn't manage to finish this hat on the travel day. I basically ended up with too many stitches for the crown, and when I got to the rib, I didn't decrease enough. I decreased 4 stitches, that was too much, so I ended up picking the whole rib and decreasing 8 stitches, which was about right. I still think it's a little bit loose. Probably could have done with slightly fewer stitches, but I'm happy with it and it's finished. So even though I didn't finish on the day I was traveling, I did finish it the day after. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little travel vlog. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.